LSC streets where the prep player rise. Super prep name got the game on the prize. Highlights brighter than the Friday night lights. Stats stacking up, every number precise. Courts to the fields, the legend unfolds. Clutch like a buzzer, be the ice in the soul. Super prep crown, wear heavy, wear proud. In the land of the Titans, only real players allowed. Super prep player, the leader of the scene. Oklahoma dreams on that varsity gleam. Super prep player, the hustle never slows. Every touchdown, every hoop is shows. Super prep player, the leader of the scene. Oklahoma dreams on that varsity gleam. Super prep player, the hustle never.
Welcome back to Super Prep Live. I'm Miles Perry here with Cam Williams, the host of Game Day U and the analyst of Sooner Sports Talk. Cam, how are you?
I'm good, brother. Good. Thank you for having me on. Just enjoying this Thanksgiving break, ready to talk some Sooner sports.
I'm happy to have you on. I gotta even mention you guys listening and talking to Cam. He's my first analyst I've ever interviewed. I've interviewed coaches, college coaches, high school, but I've never interviewed an analyst. So thank you for this is big.
Nah, bro.
It's a different direction I'm going in right now.
I appreciate it. It's a little bit of the same. I just give a different point of view. You know, the players they're actually doing it. I just give a semblance of what's on the outside. So
now, Cam, we were just talking about OU football, and it's looking like OU's a lock right now for the playoffs, the AC. Then we don't know what the final ranking is going to be, but predicting they're going to play Notre Dame right at home. How do you feel about the Sooners going into this last week against LSU?
I feel going into LSU, you know, they picked up a big win versus Missouri, last home game of the year, senior night or senior day. I think it's going to be a tough test for the Sooners, not just because LSU's still a good team at the end of the day. I know Nussmeier's probably doubtful for the game. They have the backup quarterback slated to start, but if they can handle business at home, 2:30 game, you know, everything on the line, because if you win this, you're going to the college football playoff. You're going to host a playoff game in Norman. If they can win this, they're going to set themselves up. But it all starts with the offense. John Mateer needs to make better decisions for us to go far.
And talking about Nussmeier, I did see something on Twitter last night, or X, excuse me, because I know people call it X now. But they said he's probably not going to play.
Yeah. So
how do you think that changed everything? I don't even know who LSU's backup quarterback is.
The name is coming off on my mind. Really, I think he was the Mississippi State quarterback last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
But he's played the last two games. They haven't scored the most points. You know, they were in a dogfight with Western Kentucky last week. They only won 13-10. So the offense hasn't been too fond. But coming into this game, I don't trust that quarterback versus a Brent Venables defense. You know.
Yeah.
I think he's going to expose him, make him pass the ball, because LSU's never been able to consistently run the ball versus Brent Venables, a Brent Venables-led defense. So I think they're gonna have to make some stuff up, and I think BV will be ready.
It'll be interesting to see. You know, you said that they scored 13 points this past week or whatever. Oh, you guys haven't been scoring that much either. So that's what and LSU's defense is not intact.
Yeah,
they're there still.
Yeah.
So it could be I don't want to say a trap game, but a dog fight.
I think it's going to be similar to the Missouri game, bro. If we're being honest with you, OU didn't. I think they stalled out on their first 6 drives, if I'm not mistaken. They didn't score till midway into the second quarter. And, bro, if we do that against competent teams, and specifically, LSU's not a pushover now. Their defense is still okay. It's still good. I mean, but at the end of the day, that's an SEC school. You need to perform better in the biggest moments.
And it's funny. So we were just talking about. I said this. Every game in the SEC is a big game. Yeah. No matter if the team is ranked, unranked. You know.
1,000%.
Because you know, I mean, the Florida. I can't talk about Florida, Tennessee. That wasn't even a close game. But Kentucky, Texas. It was a very close game. I mean, Texas probably should have lost that game, realistically, right? Mm-hmm. So, I mean, you just never know.
Yeah. Mississippi State had Texas on the ropes up by 2 touchdowns, and Texas came back to win. So I think anybody can beat anybody in the SEC relative to about, a Kentucky, because they're Mark Stoops. You're doing your thing, brother, but you gotta step it up.
And I know we talk about OU sports, but I thought Kentucky was gonna be good this year.
I did too. They had a good year last year. They had some key wins, but I don't know what they can't really put it together. It's more of a basketball school than football. But for OU and coming into this game and specifically looking future, a future tense. the RPO needs to be out of the question. I think you have to traditionalize this offense to make John Mateer less, make him not think more and just play off instinct, because he's an instinct quarterback, and if you're having him read defenses all 4 quarters and not giving him easy passes, it makes life a whole hell of a lot harder. So.
And you're not dissing Mateer, to back up your point. I think you're saying if you make it easier, simpler for him.
Yeah. Oh,
You
he's
know?
a great quarterback. You saw what he did in Washington State. He led the FBS in outright touchdowns all of last year. So he has the ability. It's just getting him the simple things to do in the course of a game to make this offense more successful.
And do you think his injury still has effect on how he's playing mentally from a
mental standpoint? Yes, I do. Physical, I think he's fine. I think he's still clutching a little bit. He's not trusting his instincts in the pocket. He's looking to, get out of the pocket and trust his legs more than his wrist, his throwing arm. So I think it is mental, but I mean, we're in week, what are we? 13 or 14?
This 12.
12. We're in week 12 of the
Heading
season.
into week 12.
Yeah, heading into week 12. I don't want to hear mental mistakes anymore. It's time to put up or shut up. It's time.
No, yeah, because and I agree.
Mm-hmm.
But if you watched, go back to that Texas game, and how he was running the ball, he was running scared.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like he was protecting that hand.
Yeah.
It was like, I'm not running like a madman like he did against Auburn.
Yeah.
He was. So I agree. I still think he is mentally still. He said, because he does second guess himself on those RPOs and runs. When he does break free a little bit, he kind of tends to fall backwards than forward when he runs. I don't know if you've noticed that, but I'm gonna switch the top of the basketball. The boys team won 72-53 last night against Alcorn State. How do you feel about the boys team this year?
I think Porter Moser has these boys playing good. They dropped a game to Nebraska and Gonzaga earlier in the year, but with the transfers of Nigel Pack and Xavier Brown, Darion Reed. They're a lot more athletic than last year. Tay Davis as well, from Notre Dame, the transfer coming in, the forward. He's provided a big boost. Mo McGee, he's been playing really good. So if they can semblance this thing into a better shooting performance, because right now I read a stat the other day that Tay Davis and Darion Reed are like 1 for 32 from 3 on the year. So it's like they can't shoot, but they're staying in these games. If they can turn a corner and be able to hit shots from the outside, I think this team has a lot of upside.
Sounds like we just talked about OU football and basketball. It sounds like it correlates a little bit right now.
Yeah, 100%. Everything's all in one, man.
Everything's defensive oriented right now. OU basketball and football. So it sounds like
we need the Buddy Hield, Baker Mayfield, Kyler Murray days, Trae Young, man. So, man.
No, and I think the boys team I think they have some chances to shock people.
Mm-hmm.
But and I'm not dissing the team or not hopeful for them or see a future. It's just like I always tell everybody, okay, we're playing out of conference.
Mm-hmm.
November, late October is out of conference. Tournaments like you were just asking about, Thanksgiving, Christmas time, we pretty much out of conference teams. The SEC might be the best basketball conference now besides the Big 12.
Oh, 100%.
So that's what I'm looking at. Okay, right?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at, you just pointed out a fact. We don't shoot the 3 well. But it's like, we know Kentucky's going to shoot the 3 well. We know Arkansas is going to shoot it somewhat well because Coach Cal.
Tennessee's going to shoot it well. Florida just won the Natty. They're going to shoot it well.
So that's that's the gauntlet.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I talk about Sooner basketball, boys wise, I'm like, yeah, they're good, but how that far are they going to go? Because it's like it's important to win these games early. Now you said they drop too because then tournament time looking at seeding. Okay, so where do they fall? Right now OU's probably an 8 seed maybe.
Yeah, 8, 9, around that range.
So that's what I was like when and I'm not hating. I got homies on the basketball team, shots more Reed and all that.
Shout Reed Lovelace.
And but it's like it's just like how far? That's my question. Like how far can they go and how many games are they gonna drop? Just because like you said, they can't hit certain shots.
Yeah.
Just that you can get stops, but you gotta score too.
Mm-hmm. And I think, but basketball players go through slumps.
They do.
It's earlier in the year, just like in football, quarterbacks go through slumps. They can't hit passes. So I think if they can find, like, these non-conference games are going to set themselves up for the rest of the season. If you can find a shooting balance in these non-conference games to set you up into the conference play, that's going to set up well. I think Dayton Forsythe, he's going to be a big player off the bench.
Oklahoma boy.
Dale, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So I think he played really well last year. At the beginning and towards the end of last year, he played really well. So I think if he can get this offense, some type of spark from outside, the others will follow. So
And how do you feel about the girls? Ranked top 10 in the country, number 6, Aaliyah Chavez.
Oh man, Aaliyah Chavez has been absolutely balling. Her, Reagan Beers, Peyton Verhulst. I mean, they have a big three that is very formidable and can take them a very long way in this tournament. Last year, I think they were missing a difference maker. Like Nevaeh taught, she's gonna get the offense rolling. She's gonna get people involved. She's gonna distribute, but she wasn't the most like difference maker type of player. You replaced her with the #1 recruit coming out of high school, Aaliyah Chavez. You know, she's a difference maker, and I think that's what they were missing. They're gonna do a lot of good things.
They got a lot of good freshmen.
Oh, for sure.
A lot of, you know, and I think was a top 3 class.
Oh yeah, 100%. Jenny Baranchek has these girls balling, 100%.
No, and you said deep run. I think so. It sounds like Final Four is what the goal. Like the goal is
Sweet 16 is the bar. Elite 8 is the goal.
Final Four is where we're stepping.
Final Four is where we're stepping. I
Okay.
think so. I think, you know, Jenny's gotten close. You know, she, if I'm not mistaken, they got to the Sweet 16 last year.
They did.
And I think
we hosted too.
yeah, I'm pretty sure we did host it. And I think the bar is next. Elite 8, Final Four, it's coming. It's coming for these women Sooners. So.
Now, Cam, tell us about Game Day U and more about, you know, the Sooner Sports Talk.
Yeah, so if you're not familiar, Game Day U is a student-led sports station or a sports show similar to ESPN's College Game Day, if you're not familiar with it. So I wake up, since I'm the host of the show, I wake up at about 5:30 every Saturday morning, and we work throughout the week to get these shows and these the graphics, the video, the scripts, everything in for this Saturday show. And basically, we just preview OU football, their opponent from the week, the opponent from last week. Shout out to my advisor and sports director, Nate Fakin, for facilitating all of this and overseeing and giving me the opportunity. But it's been a blessing, man. I started on Game Day U my freshman year working the cameras, and ever since then, I've just been like slowly taking in all of the guidance and the wisdom that everybody around this show has been giving me over the last 3.5, 4 years. So it's been a real blessing.
Sounds like it's like a sports team. Make you start the cameras and work your way up.
Yeah, for sure. It's
like a JV.
You start on the freshman team. You work your way up to graphics. That's the JV.
Yeah.
You start sports briefs. That's when you actually get the thing where you get to be on air, and that's kind of like your first crack at like varsity ball. Like you sit on the bench. And then like an anchor / host / reporter, that's the big leagues. That's where you start and you playing a lot of minutes. So it's been a real blessing, and yeah, I can't wait to finish this year out strong.
I've been knowing Nate for a long time. Grew up watching him on Channel 4.
Mm-hmm.
Then when I started doing super prep and covering high school and college sports, I would see him in the gym with his camera.
Yeah.
And he'd always be like, "Man, how long you gonna do this?" And I was like, "Well, how long have I ever want to do this?" And he was like, "Okay." Then it was crazy, small world. When I started being Gaylord and he moved into OU like a couple years ago, I was like, he goes, "Yeah, I just took a job here." I was like, "Oh, okay." So I think that's cool how that's all full circle, watching him teach kids how to do what he did. So I know he gives some good advice.
Oh, 1,000%. He's one of the, if not the biggest mentor / guidance piece that I've had since I've been at OU. He's connected me with so many different types of people. He actually helped me get the News 9 internship that I got. Shout out News 9 in Oklahoma City. LinkedIn, he's been reposted. He reposts not just mine, everybody's things. I mean, he's so well connected across Oklahoma. He covered the Sooners, covered the Thunder, covered the 20. Did y'all make it 2016 Western Conference Finals team? He covered that. I'm sorry, I had to bring it up. I'm sorry.
No,
Shout out KD.
You made it a couple times, but that was the one that hurt the most.
Yeah, hurt the most. He covered that. So he has a lot of leeway, a lot of influence, and he has this Gaylord sports direction going in a way that should be. So
that's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. And Cam, I'm gonna talk to you more about what's some other sports going on at OU that people should hear about, because I feel like basketball, football, baseball, softball are the 4 biggest, and gymnastics. Sorry, ladies, I know if you hear this, you can get mad at me. Are like the biggest sports, but we got wrestling, golf.
Yeah, OU golf. I mean, OU wrestling. They aren't talked about as much. I mean, we're at an SEC school, so football and basketball are primarily gonna be like one of the biggest things. But if people like want to see good shows, if people want to see good other sports that OU can provide, go see OU golf, go see OU wrestling, go see OU rowing, OU tennis. I mean, they provide a some of the best in their respective sports that it has to offer. And yeah, when a lot of people want to come to OU, they only think we're a football and basketball school, but in reality, we are well-rounded in quite literally almost every sport.
Yeah, I think we're leaning towards softball and gymnastics right now.
Oh,
they're winning in the national. I mean, they don't got. I mean, the gymnastics tied the football team.
I think so. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, I think they tied them. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think
Patty Gasso. I mean, she's the GOAT at her sport.
She's Nick Saban.
Oh, 1,000%. She every year she has these girls rolling.
No, yeah. And I'm gonna ask you this. News 9. Could you see yourself staying here and doing sports for
100% I could, bro. It's just what the Lord blesses me with over the next couple of months. I've gotten the opportunity to intern at K10. Shout out K10 in Denison, Texas, a small market. But I loved my time over there in this past summer. I got to intern with the Black Wall Street Times. Shout out Nehemiah at the Black Wall Street Times. I covered them my sophomore year. Actually got to go to Tulsa and Minneapolis with Julie Jones. So I got to network a lot out there as well. So I'm just looking at my options over the next couple of months. And
you enjoying it?
Yeah,
slowly?
I'm enjoying it slowly.
It's like a recruitment process.
Yeah, 100%. The time's coming up, but these decisions have to be made. So I'm just praying and hoping I can find the best situation for me.
Maybe you will. Yeah. You will. You got a lot of good options.
I appreciate it. Thank you. You as well, my brother.
No, I appreciate that too. But Cam, I want to thank you for coming on Super Prep Live, and I want to thank you guys for listening.
Oklahoma roots, but we out of space. Super prep player, the leader of the scene. Oklahoma dreams on that varsity gleam. Super prep player, the hustle never slows. Every touchdown.